There's so much to unpack there, but it's basically the Biden cover-up from the mainstream media, the legacy media, and to his colleagues, the senators, congressmen. It's a shame. We saw it from the beginning, and they pretended it wasn't there. It's a shame. Give me initial thoughts on the report and, what's going to happen next, you think? Because I think it was referred to the Justice Department, too.
Yeah, and the Oversight Committee, that compilation was incredible that was put together. I watched that whole thing. And, it's funny, Terry Moran, who is a disgraced ABC reporter, saying that the Trump administration is full of trolls because they hung a picture of the auto pen in the colonnade outside the Oval Office, where all the other presidents are. But there's a whole pack of liars here, 162 executive orders. We don't know which ones Biden knew or didn't know about. And Jeff Zients, the Biden's chief of staff, contradicted himself when he said he when he said he authorized these auto pen signings and then said he didn't write the email. So he is another one of these. And Biden's doctor and several Biden aides also took the Fifth Amendment here. And the Biden aides wordsmithed their way through all this. It was pretty incredible. And White House spokesperson Ian Sams caught in a lie, too, saying that every time I met with Biden, he was sharp and asked tough questions, to paraphrase him. But it turns out he only met with Biden twice during his whole tenure there. And then Carrie Jean-Pierre says the video of Biden wandering away at Normandy was a deep fake video. So none of these people are to be believed about anything. What a stark contrast to the current administration.
Karine Jean-Pierre has been battling with mainstream media, the New Yorker, Tim Miller, the MSNBC. She can't, her own book tour by the glowing, loving media, usually they're even going after because of the cover-up and the lie. There's so much there, David, and it's a shame that we had to go through this for 4 years. Let's take a look at the cut here about Congressman Kat Cammack unleashing on Biden, cut 4.
Republican Congresswoman Kat Cammack of the great state of Florida. We were told just to ignore what we knew we could see, but now we have some details and facts. I know you've read this. What really pops as maybe some top headlines from this?
Well, good to see you, Harris. And yes, this is a stunning report that every American should be deeply concerned about. Think about this. There's 162 executive orders that were signed by Joe Biden or his auto pen. We're not sure which. And when the staff was brought before the committee to really decipher what happened during those 4 years, many of them pleaded the Fifth. So we know that there was an absolute cover-up of his mental decline. We are still trying to decipher exactly the game of telephone. You heard Aisha's report right there about kind of how it worked. But then there's a lot of questions that remain unanswered, which is where AG Pam Bondi is going to have her hands full. With this report now complete, it goes to the AG, and we expect as Americans to have a full finding and consequences for this absolute cover-up of his decline, but then also for those individuals that abuse their power in using the auto pen. It's disgusting, and it's more than that, it's scary.
Yeah, it is a lot, Dave, because they have to figure out what was legit, what wasn't legit, was an auto pen, what wasn't an auto pen. Does he know? I bet you if you lined up Biden and you put him under oath and you ask him about these 100 and something, he probably won't know 80% of them. We all know he was out to lunch from day one. What do you think?
Yeah, well, Scott Jennings summed it up. He was arguing with that former DHS official who was defending the auto pen sightings for all these pardons, saying that, previous presidents, they don't know about all the pardons that they're signing. And it's okay, to sign or authorize stuff by proxy and have other people use your signature on, documents throughout the government. And this is, in a nutshell, what was going on. But all of these people that was surrounding Joe Biden they were all covering for Joe Biden. And then Jake Tapper comes out and said he claimed that Hunter was basically acting like the chief of staff in the White House. It's an extraordinary turn of events. It's just like Russiagate. We all knew going back to 2015 what Hillary was up to. We all knew about it. We've been saying it for 10 years, but now it's just confirmed.